and welcome back to the channel. Ewoma here, a content creator based in Port Harcourt, Nigeria, and I film content about womanhood, motherhood, and everything exciting. How una day, guys? I want to say a big thank you to all my subscribers, both old and new. I appreciate you all, and also thank you for all the video suggestions. I see all the tags on Instagram, I see the DMs. Thank you. Please keep them coming, they won't go to waste. Okay, so guys, today's video is going to be a very controversial one, if I say so myself. It is going to keep you on the fence, okay, and you will not want to miss it, so keep watching.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never.
Guys, I know that you are waiting for my question. Don't worry, my question is coming, but let us just jump into the video for today. Okay, so as usual, I would have read the post for you guys, but the post is very long. I'm just going to put it on the screen for you to read. But in summary, it's about a woman that walked in on her husband having sexual relationship with his own biological mother. Like, wow. Okay, she divorced him and took her baby with her, and then she went to celebrate her baby's birthday in an orphanage where she met a little boy, adopted this boy, and after a while her daughter died strangely out of poisoning. Till now she doesn't know who poisoned her child. She lived with this boy for 10 years before going on to remarry, and then she went on to have 2 younger kids. Okay, so literally this boy has been with her for 12 years. Okay, one day she was at the market, and then she saw through her phone that the CCTV camera had caught the boy, beating up his younger sister of 2 years old and saying he was going to off her. I don't want to use a literal word because I don't want you to bahala, but you know what I mean. He was beating his younger sister. So she called her maid, and long story cut short, she found out that this has been going on for a while. So this mom wants to know what she should do. Which brings me to my question, guys. In the comment section, let me know what you think this woman needs to do about the situation. Okay, guys, the comment section was wild. Trust me, a lot of people were of the opinion that she should return this boy back to the orphanage, and I felt like, what? People were saying she should return this boy, he's evil, he's this, he's that. They even went on to speculate that this boy could have been responsible for the death of his sister, which was this woman's first child. If you follow the story, you know that this woman mentioned that the boy was quite little when the girl died. Okay, so I don't think it's possible, but I mean, anything can happen, anything is possible. So people were just saying, madam, return this boy, he's this, he's that, he's this, he's that. So let me know in the comment section, do you think this woman should actually return her adopted son of 12 years old back to the orphanage where she adopted him from? Guys, along with the fact that people were saying this boy should be returned, a lot of people were blaming his biological parents for what he did. They claimed his genetic makeup was responsible for why he did what he did. They claimed that, oh, blood is thicker than water. His biological parents passed on this toxic trait to him. That is why he's this, that is why he's that. Guys, I don't know how possible and how true this can be, but let me know, do you think it's possible for a parent to transfer some character traits of themselves to their children? In fact, let me read one of such comments for you. This commenter said, the blood of that boy has a mean DNA and there's nothing you can do about it. Now you have got enough children, you can return him because he's originally not your blood. Guys, this is very mean. Oh, hey, this is very mean. I hope you guys can now see why I said this post will keep you sitting on the fence. I do not agree with this poster that because she has had enough kids, she should return her son back to the orphanage. Okay, but I don't know how this thing works, and I don't understand why people think it's normal to adopt children to just while away time. Okay, let me adopt a child and wait for God to bless me with my own child, and then I'll return the child. Like, it doesn't work like that. Let me read another of such comments for you. Another person said, adoption isn't a bad thing, but sometimes one needs to be careful. Blood runs deeper than anything. No matter how one might try to raise a child well, but if the blood is bad, it takes the grace of God to remedy such. I'm going to leave the rest of the comments on the screen for you guys to read, but let me know, do you agree with this commenter? I honestly do not know how true this is, but I must say this: if someone cannot have children the biological way, then they should try IVF. If IVF does not work, then they should try surrogacy. But please, adoption is not something to be taken lightly at all, okay? Your heart has to be big enough to love somebody so much that you don't mind if you're not the one that, that physically gave birth to them, okay? And guys, another thing is that if for any reason it is possible that, the genetic makeup of parents can be passed on to their children, then I think we should be very careful. Please, if you're not yet married, be very careful of who you choose to have children with. Be very careful when choosing spouses because they are potential parents to your children. If you know that you don't want to cry premium tears, then you have to open your eyes very wide. Concerning this post, people also went on to share their own personal experiences just to prove that, you know, it is possible that this boy took some very bad character traits from his biological parents. One of such people said, "Genes don't lie. I have a friend here that stays with a little girl of 12 years. She calls her sister, but the little girl's behavior doesn't match my friend. I had to ask her if the girl was really her sister. That was when she opened up and told me the girl was adopted by her mom. The girl's mom is a prostitute, and when she gave birth, she refused to take care of the child." I'm also going to leave the rest of the comment on the screen for you to read. But this person was just trying to highlight the fact that yes, it is true and it is possible for this boy to have gotten this toxic or this abusive character traits from his biological parents. So I also think it is important for you to do your own due diligence, okay? Try to find out, you know, the biological parents of this child. At least try to find out where this child was from. I also read another comment where someone said 2 boys were adopted and one of them was very troublesome. He will go out looking for trouble. He will join the wrong cliques of friends. He was just a menace in the household, and I think the boy eventually ran away. I can't remember how that comment ended, but I think they said they went on to do their research and they found out that this boy's father was an armed robber. I don't know how true that is, but if this is true, then we have a lot of work to do as human beings. If you are single, like I said before, watch out for the kind of partner you are choosing. If your partner has anger issues, just know that there's a big chance that your children will have anger issues. If you yourself have temper issues or you have anger issues, just know that there's a big chance your child will have anger issues. So you must be very ready to handle this when it presents itself, okay? So guys, let me know in the comment section, what do you think? Do you agree that this boy should be returned back to the orphanage? Do you agree that, you know, he has character traits that he possibly got from his biological parents? Let me know what you think, okay? But guys, if you ask me for my own personal opinion, I think this is a case of jealousy. This boy is jealous of his younger ones. He's grown. He's used to being his mom's only child, and then out of nowhere, you have 2 little kids. The boy cannot deal. He's jealous, okay? This is not a matter to be taken lightly because it is very, very, very common, even in our households. Children are jealous of their siblings. It happens all the time. But guys, so that people will not think that, okay, I'm just judging on my own. No, let us read some of the comments some people said in regards to this matter. A comment said, "Some of you in this comment section are so mean. Such vile words on a child. If it were to be her biological child, will you ask her to dump him or discard him? This is a child she nurtured since he was a baby. The boy is obviously jealous and wants to be her only child," okay? I'll put the rest of the comments on the screen for you guys to read. But I agree with this commenter. This boy is just jealous and he does not know how to go about it. He's not doing it the right way. He doesn't know how to pass his message across. That is why he did what he did, okay? So let me know, do you agree with me? Do you agree that this boy is just jealous, or you think the boy is just evil? And I agree with this commenter. If this boy was this woman's biological child, will you ask her to throw him away? Where will she go and discard the boy? But because people feel like, oh, he's adopted, there's somewhere you can go and dump him. It's not fair, oh. It's not fair. But all the same, let us continue the discussion in the comment section. Another person also went on to say, "It's so funny how people are saying she should return him. That's her son, for goodness sakes. Return him to who exactly? So if he was her biological son, she will return him to God, abi? What happened to counseling, therapy, etc.? Haba, the day she signed these papers, she became his true mother. Heaven will inquire about that boy from her if she does a terrible job. Whatever it is, she should enroll him with a good counselor or therapist with love and lots of prayer. God will come through. Even if it's a generational curse, she can stand and intercede on his behalf." Guys, the matter is serious. So hey, people are not bringing spirituality into the matter, and I think it is important to pray because there's nothing God cannot do. But I believe this boy got to know he was adopted. Either she told him or he found out on his own, but I believe he got to know he was adopted, and so he was acting out of anger. He was acting out of jealousy. This boy has gotten to know that the mom now has biological kids of her own. So maybe in his head he's thinking, oh, this woman will not love me anymore. Or maybe for some reason, she's even paying more attention to the younger ones. Of course, it's normal. They are babies. She needs to give them more attention. So maybe the boy is really, really jealous of how she treats them, and he feels like he needs to, deal with it his own way. Another person also went on to say, "Even my children get jealous of each other. That child is yours, and unconsciously you've abandoned him, thinking he's grown and understands. Try to show him more love. Spend time with him. Let him know what he did was bad. He's your child, and we've seen siblings beat each other to stupor. Guys, do you agree with me? I agree with this one because I know that in a lot of homes, yes, while growing up, a lot of older siblings tend to deal with their younger ones. I don't know why. They felt like they were older. They were just trying to prove to their younger ones that they are boss. I think the same thing happened here. The only difference is that, this boy was adopted. That is why people are feeling like, oh, this boy is evil. But let's be realistic. It is very common, especially when the age gap between the older ones and the younger ones, is very much or is very large. These kind of things tend to happen. And yes, like the commenter said, this woman unconsciously might not be showing the boy as much attention as she used to show him. For 10 years, he was her only child. So now she has other children and they are much more younger. The attention is divided. Let us not even lie about it, okay? She now believes that this boy is grown enough to the point where he understands that the younger ones need mommy's attention more. Maybe all the fun things they used to do together, she no longer does them. She now takes the younger ones to go get ice cream. This boy is bigger. He does not need it. He will understand. Parents, we have a lot of work to do. We need to learn to do better. There has to be some form of balance. Yes, there has to be some form of balance. We need to teach our children that older ones respect your younger ones and younger ones respect your older ones. Respect, they say, is reciprocal, okay? So guys, let us round up by reading one last comment. And that comment said, your son is jealous because his siblings are now sharing your attention and affection with him. He was only a child of 10 years and he has not adjusted to having siblings now. Kids can really be mean to their younger ones. Kids can really be mean to their younger siblings out of jealousy. You must have to understand how he feels and gradually instill love for his siblings into him. And with time, he will grow to love them so much. You see what I was just saying? Exactly what this commenter just repeated. There has to be some form of balance. This boy is not used to having people around. I'm very sure he's very protective around his mom. He does not want to share his mom with anybody. And from the post, you can tell that the mom really, really loves this boy. So parents need to find a balance for these things. If you have older children and younger children, you have to find a way to bring them together without causing that obvious division that, oh, this one is older and this one is way younger. Sometimes we parents are responsible for why these kind of things happen. You see cases where the younger ones come to report their older siblings to their parents. Oh, mommy, my senior sister beat me, or my older brother did this to me, or I want that thing that belongs to my older one. And then the parents tell the child, oh, you're older, give it to your younger ones. You are disregarding how that older child feels. What do you think will happen? They will begin to resent their younger ones. And this is also common in cases where parents, always favor the younger ones. Every time the younger ones complain, you are always judging in favor of them. You are teaching your older kids to resent their younger ones, okay? Once in a while, find a way to balance it. Any way you can do it, you need to find a way. So guys, please let me know what you think in the comment section. Leave words of advice for this mom that is confused of what to do. I agree that, this boy needs help. But no one is talking about the fact that this woman is a traumatized person. Imagine having to walk in on your husband, having sexual relationships with his own mother. That is traumatizing already. So I believe that this woman needs therapy. The boy needs therapy. In fact, in my opinion, this woman needs to handle this thing with everything she has. She needs to handle this issue physically. What I mean by that is that start spending more quality time with this boy. A commenter mentioned this thing. Unconsciously, she might not be giving this boy as much attention as she used to do before. So she needs to start doing this thing again. Let this boy gain confidence in her once again. Let him realize that he's also important, not just his younger siblings, especially with the fact that I'm sure he knows that he was adopted. He must be feeling some type of way. So along with, trying to spend more quality time with him, she needs to do this. She needs to handle this thing psychologically. Take this boy for counseling. Take him to see a therapist. He needs to be talked to and explained to that, the fact that he was adopted does not make him any different, from the woman's other kids. They are all the same, okay? I've heard cases of people say, oh, when I have my own children, they will go on to inherit my property. This my adopted child will not get anything from me. It is such a wrong mentality, and a lot of people think that way. She also needs to handle this matter spiritually. It is very, very, very important. Teach this boy that God is love. Teach this boy the gift of the Holy Spirit, love, joy, patience. Let him know that he needs to be patient with his younger ones. That is how to be a Christian. You need to be patient with your younger ones. You need to love them. You need to understand them. You need to be kind to them. These are the kind of things she needs to instill in this boy of 12 years old. Okay, people saying, oh, character traits, oh, toxic trait, character traits. There is no character that cannot be worked on. All of us have our toxic traits that we need to work on. Gradually there will be a change. If you notice that your children have anger issues, possibly they must have gotten it from you or your spouse, you can work on it. Gradually you will see the results that you desire. So guys, please leave your thoughts in the comment section. I hope you guys now understand why I said this post is highly controversial and very sensitive. Okay, and very sensitive, and might even keep you sitting on the fence. If you're a parent, I hope you are learning from the experiences of other parents, whether good or bad. But I think it's important to take any vital lesson we can take from this whole issue. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, you found it interesting, you found it educative, you find it enlightening, please indicate in the comment section. Okay, also, if you've watched to this point and you didn't subscribe to my channel, please hit that subscribe button, give me a huge thumbs up, also turn on the notification bell so that every time I upload a video like this, you're one of the first to be notified. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt